Hello, Scott here with another Practice Profit Report. And I've been getting so many great questions and also just exciting feedback. Of course, if you're an independent dentist in the greatest country on earth, hey, you are a proud private practice owner, then yes, you want to ride this wave. But hey, you know what? Lots of people, they invest in a market, okay, they buy real estate, they work like crazy. They're doctors in a practice, they go to CE courses. We look out there and everybody's doing stuff, but very few of them get rich. Okay, very few of them, okay, they hit the gold mine. Very few of them are in the right place at the right time and really do what it takes to make an ultimate difference in the future of their life. Very few of them. So good for you for being here because this is the place. Now is the time. And right now, I want you to light on fire more than ever before the pride of ownership in your private practice because this new era of private practice dentistry is real. Listen, I've been doing this for 22 years. You're watching this today. It might be a lot less, or it might be a lot more than me. Doesn't really matter. But finger on the pulse, and you understand your practice in your area better than anybody else. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. But boy, I got my finger on the pulse of the whole country and the specific and very special heart and soul of dentistry called private practice, baby. And I can tell you this, more doctors than ever before coming out of school, graduating and looking for specifically, moving away from organized dentistry no matter what, okay, that mirage, okay, that they're promised, okay, and moving towards freedom and independence, okay, moving towards the relationship business of dentistry, not the clinical business of dentistry. And you know what? That's the heart and soul of the whole thing. So today, I just wanted to deep dive a couple of the specific things that I'm going to go into more depth in those 7 private practice principles that are absolutely key. They are literally like buying a dip before the baby takes off and takes flight, never to look back on it again. Right now, this is the wealth maker, okay? This is the trajectory of private practice. It's going to change the game of the future for you if you can align yourself with it. And to do that, you first got to be aware of it. So first, last time I spoke to you about the brand, the messaging. I want you to think about this as the bait. The bait you put out is exactly what you're going to attract. So if patients bite the bait, they come in like that patient. Right? So it's not the problem ain't with the patient, problem is with the bait. So I want you to think of your brand as your bait. You align your message with what you want to receive. And that's why the growing trend in healthcare today is all about future. It's the bait people are putting out there. It is what the market demands. But people are going to the places that align with that message. So you want to know why you get low value patients because you're putting out a low value brand message. So we're shifting, we're changing that, and we're intercepting those patients that are looking for proactive, preventative, long-term quality of life enhancement, complete health dentistry. That's what it is. So I also want to talk to you a little about the concept of mirroring. Now, everyone knows mirroring, NLP. Like, hey, if somebody is sitting there like this, I sit like this, all of a sudden they think I'm like them, right? If somebody is talking very quiet, I talk very quiet. Everybody understands neuro-linguistic programming and the mirroring idea. But the exact same thing applies, okay? This is like Simon Says, except this is Doctor Says. And in your practice, what you say is important, patients will believe is important. And that's what you see happening in the education of consumers today. So I'm telling you, you redefine what 100% health is in your practice. Redefine the standard of excellence, and then don't keep it a secret. Tell the patients, remember my famous words from the very beginning, truth and transparency. And when you have truth and transparency, you earn the trust of patients. You align yourselves as leaders and guides, but you elevate the patient up to your level. It's very important for you to define success, to define health, to define outcome, because the patient will mirror. They'll mirror your marketing and your messaging. They will mirror your treatment planning, your diagnosing. They will mirror what you say is important. They will say is important. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Okay. So I want you to grasp this bait and branding and the mirroring, which brings me to 100% health. The paradigm shift is not how can we be a little bit better. The paradigm shift is give me the best you got. That's what consumers demand. This is the greatest news of private practice. And by the way, this is why my life athlete, independent doctors, private practice owners of America, these are my people, my clients. You, if you're listening to this here today, we are aligned with each other. I don't take my doctors and say, let's make your life a little bit better. Okay? Boring, old news, not worth the work. Okay? Instead, we say, let's take it to the best it can be. That's what I do for my doctors. The best it can be. This is the place where you can dream and aspire. Okay? You can imagine, you can pursue. I give you full permission. Okay? Go all in. Go all in. That's what we're after here. And that's what 100% health is. That's the paradigm shift. It's not a little bit better, but the best it can be. I want you to think about this. And how do you do that? Well, you do that by building a profitable practice. You have to have private practice must be profitable. Without the profit, you got nothing to reinvest in your life, in your future, in your wealth, in your freedom, but also in your team, in personal and professional development, and obviously in your patients. Right? So understanding the math of your practice, it's different, okay? Let me just say this. Your accountant doesn't get it. They're reactive. They're looking at the past historical information. That's what a profit and loss report is. The industry doesn't get it because they're clumping people into big blobs of you're in this type of practice or that type of practice. You have this many chairs. You're in this kind of insurance. You do these procedures. You're in this zip code or area. Throw all that stuff out, okay? That square peg, round hole. You want to be forced into a mold of someone else? No. Break the mold, blow up the mold. Okay, the people who are difference makers, the people who are game changers, the people who are market shapers, that are innovators, that are mavericks, okay, are renegades. These are the people who create their own mold. They define and reverse engineer the success they desire to have. And that's what we're talking about here. I'm going to show you the profit structure of private practice. I'm going to peel it back. I'm going to unpack it. And I'm going to show you where we can move the needle on the 4 leverage points of dentistry. And we can literally double your profit with less work, not even the same work, with less work. And we can find leverage. Okay, we can find leverage for you, leverage for your time, leverage for your team, and most of all, leverage for your patients to get healthy faster. And this is what my profit math formula is, with reverse engineering and understanding the flow of money and the opportunity that exists today in this new era of private practice, where people are willing to fund, to invest, to find the money to finance their dreams in the best it can be, better, brighter future of opportunity. Okay? Those 3 movements we talked about before, these are the strategies. These are the ways to bring them to life. These are the things you have to align with. And so I want you to have more pride of ownership than ever before, to light yourself on fire for your future, and understand that the next time we're together, we're going to build a battle plan, a playbook, because true independence is peace of mind and prosperity. It's doing things on your own terms in the time structure that you desire so that you can have your cake and eat it too. It's all about the autonomy of choices. And that is what aligning with the new era of private practice dentistry and taking advantage of the 3 movements of these critical structure points, that is what it's going to do for you. So now, what I want you to do is take out a piece of paper, open your mind, your heart, and your soul, stare out into the future at the wide open spaces, and get back to dreaming, imagining, aspiring, pursuing. Very simple. On fire for your future. Pride of ownership. Because this is the greatest time. This is the new era of private practice dentistry. I can't wait to show you these 7 amazing ways to tap right into it, to catch it on an upswing and never look back. I'm happy for you being you. Now, let's not do a little bit better. Let's go all in. and be the best you can possibly be. It's what you deserve, and everyone else in your life will benefit because of it.